Now, the National Institute also conducts researches on very pressing and very serious important issues affecting Nigeria. So government relies on the institute usually to feed it with results on problems that are really very pressing. And I'll give an example of this. The National Institute conducted research on proliferation of small arms and light weapons. And the report of that field study was presented to the president, and I want to believe it is being used. Another example was the problem of the farmers-herders conflict in this country. The National Institute also will conduct a research on this, and the report was presented to the president. Now, the National Institute conducts short courses for middle-level officers in the public service, which includes the armed forces, the private sector, and professionals, with a view to enhancing their appreciation for long-range plans and objectives. An example of such programs are the Policy, Leadership, and Strategy program, and also the Command and Armed Forces and Strategy course. These are courses that range between the period of 3, 4, and 6 weeks. The National Institute disseminates the results of this research through publications to government and the public. These are done through publications such as policy briefs, study tour reports, other researches conducted, and outlets such as the Institute Library Bookshop are used for disseminating these publications. And of course, the National Institute Library. Now, the National Institute does a lot of things, but for want of time, I don't want to dwell too much on that. Now, and I go talk on the Senior Executive Course Program, which is the main flagship program of the National Institute. Now, the Senior Executive Course Program is a program that lasts for 10 months. And participants of these programs are the ones you are seeing here this afternoon. The current course is 43. Now, the program is driven by a team which is assigned to the group by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This year's team is getting things done, strategies for policy and programs implementation in Nigeria. And of course, there are other modules that are taught in the program, such as policy and strategy. We have defense and security studies, science, technology, and innovation, and a few others. Now, the course entailed participants to go on study tours in a bid for them to write a report which is usually submitted to the president at the end of the program. One of such tours is the one we are conducting today, which is tours of strategic institution. And the Nigerian Police Force has been chosen as one of such institutions. Now, this brings me to why we are here. Sir, we are here to find out how things are getting done by the Nigerian Police Force. And we want to believe that things are really happening. What strategies are you deploying in getting things done in the Nigerian Police Force? What are the challenges? And how do you go about overcoming the challenges? This, in a nutshell, sir, is why we are here this afternoon. You will not be wrong to say we are here on a fact-finding mission.
I'm delighted to welcome you, the study group of the Senior Executive Course number 43 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, to the Nigerian Police Headquarters, Abuja. This visit, which is in furtherance to the curriculum of the Institute, is of utmost importance to us, being a lead agency in internal security in Nigeria. It is on record that the previous studies conducted by course participants at NIPSS have been developed into strategic policy initiative which have been driving governance in Nigeria, as it has been attested by the leader of the group just now. A most recent example is the research conducted on community policing, which informed the adoption of the concept by the federal government as the internal security management strategy and the policing model to be developed by the Nigerian police. In addition to the two you mentioned, that's the small arms and the covert. This one was also developed by the NIPSS participants or research from NIPSS, which we are now deploying in the entire country as a policing model. I am confident that the academic engagement of Senior Executive Course 43, of which you are an integral part, shall not deviate from the tradition of research and policy excellence. In this context, I am particularly appreciative that the Nigerian police was selected as one of the strategic institutions for this visit. I'm equally excited about the theme of the study, which is Getting Things Done, Strategies for Policy and Programs Implementation in Nigeria. This study focus is apt and timely. This is because no institution, no country can attain its mandate or national interest without three critical elements. First is the organizational or national vision. Second is the set of well thought out policies to regulate and drive the processes. And third is the implementation strategies that are directed at the attainment of the set vision or national interests that might have been integrated into the policy framework. These three elements are interconnected and they represent the system that defines the attainment of national interests and organizational goals. In relation to Nigeria police under my leadership, our policy vision is to restore police primacy in the internal security architecture of the country by doing the following things. 1. Engaging cutting-edge policing technology and integrate intelligence-led policing practices to our functions with a view to strengthening our capacity to stabilize the internal security, restore order and public confidence in the force. 2. Giving full effect to the concept of community policing and deliver quality police service that will be guided by the principles of public accountability and conformity with the rule of law. 3. Third, taking the lead in strengthening interagency collaboration and embrace the social content of policing in which police officers see themselves as compassionate servants and helpers of the citizen and offer community services support to citizens in distress as well as vulnerable groups. Towards achieving these, a well-thought policy framework and strategic implementation plan that are tailored towards changing the policing narrative and stabilizing the internal security order are being perfected. This process will entail the development of operational protocols to standardize and regulate our operations in line with best global practices. Such protocols will be utilized to review the professional conduct of officers and engage to hold them accountable in the event of professional dereliction. It is from this perspective that you could all appreciate why I am excited about your visit and the theme of your study, as I am expectant that the outcome of your interaction today will enrich our ongoing effort at reviewing our institutional policies and strategic planning